Now at 6, a federal judge rules in an Oklahoma lawsuit over vaccine mandates for the state's National Guard. Plus,
the Roy S. Wood Alternative School in Joplin is seeking items and resources for students in need. I'm Kate Kelly with how you can help, coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Students of the Roy S. Wood Alternative School in Joplin are in need of some extra supplies. But it goes beyond typical things like pencils and paper. This is KOAM News at 6. KOAM's Kate Kelly shines a light on the struggles one teen faces.
Gabe Dutton is 18, but his experiences make him feel much older.
So I've been on my own since 8th grade. I've been living with like a friend, couch bumming, something like that. And then after 8th grade, I had actually been in a DYS system, so like the juvenile system.
Gabe says he was fighting with his adoptive parents a lot before they kicked him out of the house. His grades began to slip and he fell behind, but he really wanted to get things turned around, and that's how he got involved with the Roy S. Wood campus and their staff.
The goal is to make it a community that they feel like this is their home. When everything else is spinning around them, they have somewhere that comes that's very consistent, that's very much, this is where people are, where they love to be.
You can tell like they care on a deeper level than just their job.
Economic Security partners with the alternative school to do case management with at-risk youth and their families, pairing them with resources and supplies, things like food and clothing, a place to do laundry and take showers. Foster helps them get jobs and find housing. That makes a big difference for teens like Gabe.
Them being able to act as a strong support system for people who don't have that, that's really good.
Needs here fluctuate on a daily basis, but there are some items that are normally always in short supply.
We always need hygiene products, especially female hygiene products, shampoos, conditioners. I try to keep the minis on hand. That's just something I always have a hold of, but like your full-size bottles, like if I get a child or a family a house, I don't have the full-size bottles of hygiene products to give out to the community.
The needs are always there, but Foster does her best to meet them. As for Gabe, he's thankful for this school. It put him back on track to graduate as he works to support himself, get his own place, and pursue college.
I just want people to know, everybody who goes there, hasn't, necessarily just messed up in high school and been dumb. Some of those people actually have a hard home situation, something like that. They're actually struggling. Just give them a little bit of a break.
In Joplin, Kate Kelly, KOAM News.
Foster says bicycles are always a need for students as their transportation is often limited. If you'd like to help with any of the needs at the Joplin Alternative School, check out this story on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com, for contact information. Changes coming weather-wise. Checking in with Doug Heddy.
Yeah, it looks like we are going to see some pretty big changes by the time we head into the weekend. Now, the next couple days, we look okay. We had some rain that skirted on through earlier for us today, late morning into the early afternoon. All of this is gone, heading away from us. So we look okay right now, but if we go out toward the west, here's our next little wave that will start to affect us by the time we head into the weekend. All right, cooling down. We're in the lower 30s, northern counties. We're still near 50 in our southern counties. I think most of us are going to bottom out into the mid 30s later on tonight. So a chilly night as we slide back through the 30s, but we are going to actually start to warm things back up just a bit for us over the next couple days. Then those big changes move in for the weekend. Some wintry weather, also an Arctic air blast moving in, and we're going to break it down for you here in just a bit.
All right, we'll catch you then. Thanks, Doug. A federal judge in Oklahoma has ruled against the state in its lawsuit challenging vaccine mandates for members of the Oklahoma National Guard. The judge says the claims by Governor Kevin Stitt, Attorney General John O'Connor, and 16 anonymous Oklahoma National Guard members are without merit. Oklahoma's case is considered the first critical test of the military's authority to require National Guard troops to get the shot. Spokeswomen for both Stitt and O'Connor say they're still reviewing the judge's decision. A Sarcoxie, Missouri woman who was scammed by a person pretending to be world-renowned chef Gordon Ramsay is speaking out to make sure it doesn't happen to anyone else. And we told you yesterday about Michelle Huffman. Michelle joined a Gordon Ramsay Facebook fan page and was messaged by someone she thought was the chef. After messaging for months, the imposter convinced Michelle to send $1,000 in Google Play and iTunes gift cards so they could buy a house together. Michelle says she's received a lot of negative comments for sharing her story, but wants it to be a lesson for others to be careful online.
You know, it's just been really hard. And people have had a lot of negative things to say about me, and that's okay. Because I knew that coming into this, but unless you have had it happen to you, you don't understand it.
Good for her for speaking out. Michelle says she did file complaints with the Better Business Bureau and the Missouri Attorney General about the scam. A judge sentences the suspect in a Carl Junction shooting death. Jeremiah Tyner entered a plea agreement to involuntary manslaughter for the June 2020 shooting death of Amanda Parker. The judge gave Tyner a deferred sentence of 7 years in prison, but Tyner is permitted to opt for a 120-day shock treatment instead. Authorities say Tyner was cleaning a handgun in a mobile home with Parker. Tyner then reached for a rifle that discharged. The bullet struck and killed Parker. Police in Arkansas last night arrested a Missouri boarding school doctor accused of several child sex crimes. They caught 57-year-old David Smock in Harrison, Arkansas, not far from the Missouri border. He had been considered a fugitive for several days. Smock is the longtime physician at Agape Boarding School. The Christian school remains under scrutiny after 5 staffers were charged in September with assaulting students. Smock is charged in 2 Missouri counties with sodomy, child molestation, sexual misconduct involving a child, and enticement or attempted enticement of a child. Coming up, an area towing company is offering a free service Friday night to make sure everyone stays safe going into the new year. Plus, volunteers help clean up the side of a proposed tiny community for homeless people. 2021 is coming to a close Friday night. Maybe you've heard. Millions of people ring in the new year every year by celebrating with some adult beverages, which can lead to some dangerous driving. Certainly, you've heard about that. Add in the potential for winter weather, and you have a possible disaster waiting to happen. To help lower that risk, Metro Towing is offering free rides home, no charge. The company says it'll offer the rides around Neosho, Joplin, and Springfield. Officials say they want everyone to have a safe and happy start to 2022.
Be understanding because, well, being picked up, it takes more time to get to them because we can't skip 5 people to get to 1 person. We kind of try to get everybody. So we tell them just be courteous because everyone's going to be mad because they have to wait.
Metro Towing is offering the free rides for up to 15 miles. On Monday, we told you about plans for Lincoln Heights, a proposed tiny community in Joplin for homeless people. Well, today, some members of the community went to help clean up that proposed site, the old botany shop on East 7th Street. Volunteers today picked up trash in that area.
It's been deteriorating for a few years. There's a lot of trash. A lot of the buildings have trash in them. The grounds have trash scattered across them. So we're just inviting the community to come out and be part of it because this is going to be a community effort when it's all said and done.
Now, there is some opposition to the Lincoln Heights plans. One person against it is Ted Johnson, the owner of the Flip Shop. The proposed housing for Lincoln Heights would be near his shop, and Johnson's concerned about it not staying clean and possibly attracting criminals.
It's been deteriorating for a few years. There's a lot of trash. A lot of the buildings have trash in them.
Obviously, that was not the correct comment there. We'll try to have that for you tonight at 10. The group behind the project has 6 months to access the land and show improvements. A little bit later, the Pitt State women take on Tabor College in their final non-conference game.
Plus, a bigger storm system rolling in for us over the weekend. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it turned out to be a decent Wednesday for us today. We did get some showers in here late morning into the early afternoon. All those have pushed out of the region, but kind of chilly most of the day, and it looks like it's going to be a chilly night for us tonight. Next storm system rolls in New Year's Eve. It looks like showers, thunderstorms, and then as Arctic air works in, we switch over to a wintry mix. By the time we head into Saturday, of course, you can get my long-range forecast on my month-long blog. That is KOAMnewsnow.com. All right, kind of chilly. We're near freezing in our northern counties, then you hit the 40s, and then you hit near 50 in our southern counties. But most of us are going to drop off into the mid-30s later on tonight. But look to the north. Look at the Arctic air. Just kind of looming, just waiting to drop to the south, and it's finally going to do it. It's going to be our first Arctic blast by the time we head into the weekend. Right now, we're okay, kind of chilly. We are going to get some patchy fog building in here for us tonight. 42, cloudy skies, winds are pretty much light, humidity is high. We'll drop back through the 30s and kind of bottom out into the mid-30s for overnight lows by the time you wake up in the morning. We still have some clouds behind the rain that worked through earlier today, mainly along and south of Interstate 44. This system's out of here, so we get a break. Next system building out across southern parts of California. It's that system that will start to affect us by the time we head into the weekend. All right, for us tonight, just cloudy skies and fog. So be careful if you are going to be out because visibilities will drop just a little bit. Mostly cloudy skies for us tomorrow, but a little bit warmer. I think we're going to go into the upper 50s during the afternoon. Here's your forecast. 35 to start, 55 by noon, high temp right around 60, upper 50s to near 60 as we go into the afternoon hours. Tomorrow night, clouds stick around, not as chilly, about 48 to 50 degrees. Then we head into Friday, of course, New Year's Eve. Cloudy skies, but we warm into the mid-60s. So it's going to be warm on Friday. Let's go into the evening hours. So this is 8:30, about the time everybody's getting out to do stuff. Showers, even a few thunderstorms start to develop. We're going to have periods of rain. Here's midnight. So as we go into 2022, rain continues, could be heavy at times, all the way into Saturday morning. Then that Arctic front lets loose. It starts sinking south. You can start to see the pink popping up across southeastern Kansas, southwestern parts of Missouri. As this Arctic air works in, we'll start the day in the lower 40s. We'll end the day into the teens. And you can see this is all light freezing rain and sleet. And then we'll end with a little burst of snow. Now, most of this is going to be along and north of Interstate 44. As it looks right now, we're still really 3 days, 2.5 days out. Really from Joplin south, mainly rain. Most of the region is going to have light accumulating ice, which will cause some issues on the roadways because our temperatures are going to plummet as we head into the weekend. 59 tomorrow, 65 on Friday. We drop through the 20s on Saturday, down to about 9 Saturday night. Could be a little bit colder. Plus, it's going to be windy, so we'll have wind chills well below zero. So a very cold kickoff to 2022.
Plummet is the right word.
Yeah.
I don't like it,
Yeah.
but it's the correct word.
Yeah.
Thanks, Doug. Coming up in sports, Pitt State women finish up their non-conference schedule against Tabor College. And it's semifinal night at the Neosho Holiday Classic. Jacob Leonard joins us with highlights up next.
The Pittsburgh State women's basketball team returns to the floor this afternoon after the holiday break. The Gorillas host the Tabor College Blue Jays today in their final non-conference game of the season. Coming out of the break, Pitt State is 8-3, including a 4-2 mark in the MIAA. Early on, Erin Davis creating her own shot. She gets 6 points in the first half. Then Jenna Shipley, look at the footwork and the patience. Shipley scores. On the break, Shipley scoops it off to Corinna Gerber. Gerber, 10 points, 10 rebounds, her first career double-double. Gorillas up 11 at the break. Second half, Sydney Crane, sweet no-look to Davis. Crane steps out moments later, hits the three from the corner. 10 points tonight for Sydney Crane. Still in the third, Jamie Jackson driving and the foul. She gets 11 points and 4 assists. Emma Martin scored the final 5 points of the third. 3 ball here, finished with 8. Gorillas get 5 in double figures. They roll tonight 86-53.
I feel like we were a little rusty the first half, but we really found ourselves the second half, and we started to get into a flow, and that's what this game's for and what we needed. So I was hoping to see everybody get on the floor and get back into game mode because we've had that week off for Christmas, and I think we accomplished that pretty well.
Well, tonight is semifinal night at the Neosho Holiday Classic. In the boys' black bracket, Neosho, Lamar, and McDonald County are all still alive on the championship side. First up, Lamar and McDonald County square off with the winner, advancing to the championship game tomorrow night. The first play of the game, Cross Dowd knocks down the corner three for the Mustangs. A couple plays later, other end, Mason Gastel answers. Then Connor Schaff knocks one down as well. Lamar has the lead. Schaff finishes this one with 14 points. And sticking around in the first, Mustangs find Teddy Reedy Bacon for the two-handed flush. To the second half now, Schaff knocks down another three. That cuts McDonald County's lead to 10. Mustangs, though, keep rolling. Reedy Bacon through the contact and one. He gets a double-double. Mustangs go on to win at 65-53. They'll play for the championship tomorrow night. Other semifinal now, tournament host Neosho faces Huntsville for a spot in the title game. Pick it up first quarter. Carter Finsky knocks down the corner three. Then next play, gets another. Check it out. He's pumped up, finishes with 11. Later in the half, Caden Waters driving, gets it to go. Game high 21 points for Waters. Huntsville stays with the Wildcats though. Mason Davidson gets that one to bounce home. Wildcats go into half trailing. They got hot at the right time. Brock Franklin hits the three from the right corner, then knocks down the pull-up jumper here to ice it. Wildcats pull it out in the end, 62-44. They'll face McDonald County in the championship tomorrow night. In the girls bracket, just one local team on the championship side. That is the tournament host Wildcats. They'll face North Kansas City in the semifinals tonight in just a few minutes. We'll have the latest from that one tonight at 10. Well, tonight is the final night of the football season for the Oklahoma Sooners. The Sooners face Oregon in the Alamo Bowl in a top 20 matchup. Oregon's ranked 14th in the country, Oklahoma number 16. Sooners, by the way, will be coached in this one by former head coach Bob Stoops. They're favored by 7 tonight. Kickoff is at 8:15. We'll also have the latest from this game tonight at 10. Well, that's a look at sports. We'll be back with more news after this.
Take a moment now to recognize a local World War II veteran who saw the first flag raised on Iwo Jima. Gunner's mate Kenneth Carter served with the U.S. Navy on a rescue ship that pulled disabled landing craft off the beaches and rescued damaged ships. His hometown, Jasper, Missouri. And we are proud to salute Gunner's mate Kenneth Carter, a four-state hero. You know, you can always learn about lots of other heroes. We have more than 3,000 of them in our database. You can look them up by name or hometown. You can also submit a hero of your own anytime, and we're always looking for more to recognize. It's very simple. You just go to our website, you click on the link. It's KOAMnewsnow.com. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. An area church hosts a winter break camp to give kids some fun before school starts up again. Plus, an Oklahoma hospital network plans to take part in the annual Rose Parade on New Year's Day. And we're going to have reaction to the verdict in the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. That verdict came in this afternoon. That and a lot more coming up tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Doug Heddy, what's ahead of us in the weather?
Well, we're going to get our first wintry bout of weather now. This is Saturday, so this is still 2.5 days away. So this could shift a little farther south or north. I think we're pretty set here, but everybody in that kind of pink color, we're going to get a sleet and freezing rain on Saturday, light accumulation. So that's something we want to watch out for. Also, much colder temperatures will be working in by the time we head into the weekend, which kind of stinks.
It could be treacherous in a lot of ways, particularly for driving. Final sports note.
Pitt State women's basketball done with non-conference play now. Everything through the rest of the season is MIAA play starting Saturday at Missouri Western.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.